Yum, yum!
So we have a control set up, but it doesn't control anything yet. And the next step is to add the bind skeleton joint that will be driven by the controller. Hit L to create a new locator, and I will name it character 1, accessory and space, and bind in parentheses. So that's the suffix required for the bind skeleton joints, as you can see here. I'll also change the color to light green, and we'll set some display option as well. So actually shape options, just drag it up a little bit, and we're gonna go with the custom shape of the circle. Add solid and align to view, and the radius of 20 millimeters. And also we'll go to display and view options and change the fill color to white. The bind skeleton needs to be a single hierarchy of items, so our new joint needs to fit in there somewhere under the root or lower. In our case, I'll just put it under the root because it's going to be changing parents anyway. So let's just drag it there, and we'll make it a last child. Time for some tagging. So again, RGSG as usual, accessory, RGID, so the ident will set up later. And let's actually take a look if there's anything there. Oh, there's quite a few joints, but oh yeah, we want these items to be locked from animation, the bind skeleton joint. So let's just copy this rig channels tag and let's add it there as well. And just like with the control, if you want to support drag and drop behaviors and selection events, just copy the relevant fields from the other bind skeleton joints. So here's the command, and let's try now the source drop script. Okay, and then the destination drop script. Now let's drag the accessory bind skeleton into the schematic view, and we need to set up the rig so the control drives the bind skeleton joint. The simplest solution is to select the bind skeleton joint, then the new control, go to modifiers and set up a position constraint, and then set up the rotation constraint. Now we need to pull the constraint nodes into the assembly as well. So let's just double click here, and that brings position and rotation constraint. The constraint is really only required if you intend to blend multiple inputs, or if you intend to use any of the constraint options such as offsets or output options. If all we need to do is simply pass the word position and rotation from one item to another, we can bypass the constraints and just link those channels directly, and that's what I'm going to do. So link the word position and rotation, and then I can get rid of the constraints. So like I said, you can leave the constraints in if you prefer this method, but just linking channels directly is fine as well, and probably a little bit more efficient. And that completes the setup of the new bind skeleton joint. And one side note is that the bind skeleton joints, they do not require a rest pose because they are always driven by something. So they simply just inherit or get the rest pose from the whatever item is driving them.
Yum, yum!